So, if you're planning a vacation, one of your biggest questions is likely, what are we going to do while we're there? To answer this question, people typically search online or YouTube and come up with a list of the most popular things to do in a given city or town. The problem is that everyone else is finding the same things to do, which means more crowds, and honestly, it might be a little bit overrated. Now, if that's fine with you and you want to see the most popular places, great, go for it. But if you want to experience something a little more secret or behind the scenes, or even something that gives you a deeper dive into the culture of the area or how the other people live who live in that area, then you need to search in a different place. You need to conduct your research differently from what everybody else is doing. Now, as a professional travel advisor, I've learned how to find activities no one else is talking about. And that is what I'm here to share with you today. So, if you want to find the hidden gems and unique things to do for your next vacation, let's go ahead and dive in with my top tips for finding the secret things to do. All right, my first stop is YouTube. Now, this one could go either way. You can use YouTube to find all of those popular destinations, but if you're lucky, you might be able to find all of those lesser talked about things, those hidden gems and unique things to do that might make your vacation far more special. Let me show you what I mean. So, for instance, if we look at Catalina Island here in California, you'll see a ton of things to do, a lot of videos talking about things to do. Now, if I were to go into each of these, most times they're going to be talking about the same 10, 15, 20 things to do over and over again. So, really, you don't need to watch very many of these to get an idea of what the most popular things to do on Catalina Island are. But if you do a little bit of research and do a little bit of searching through the options, you might find things like, oh, I don't know, this one, this lovely little video from yours truly, where we talk about things to do on the island that nobody else is talking about. Now, it's not just Catalina Island, we've done it for a few other things, but I'm not the only one. There are other people that are sharing lesser talked about things, and you can get an idea of what to do in your destination by researching on YouTube and finding those videos that are sharing those unique things to do. I like using YouTube also because oftentimes they have lots of video of doing it themselves, of going around wherever it is that you are and those experiences. So you can get a glimpse of what it's like and then make a better determination of whether or not you want to do it on your next vacation. The next place I want to show you is Airbnb. Now, if you go to Airbnb, the home webpage, and scroll down here to where it says experiences, this is my absolute favorite way to find unique experiences. It is what I recommend to all my clients. And if you've seen any of my videos, I always include Airbnb experiences when I'm doing a specific destination. You have two options here. The online experience is something you can do from home. So if you want to have a live cooking class with an Italian grandma, great, you can do an online experience. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about going on vacation. So let's go ahead to experiences. The first thing that's going to pop up is just experiences near you, and I happen to be in California, but I want to show you all of the amazing things they have. So for instance, I'm going to type in Tokyo, Japan, and just do a general search to get an idea of what's available. Now, 146 experiences. Now, let me explain why this is special. These are experiences that are put on by locals, and they are completely unique in what they offer. It is not the main tourism, huge crowds. They're usually small groups. They're usually relatively inexpensive. And the best thing is that when you do them through a local, you get lots of incredible information about other things to see and do on your vacation. So for instance, they might give you even more tips on great restaurants to go to, other activities that you can do, the insider information in the area, and just make your vacation far more special. Not to mention, you can meet some new people and they might even be up for doing more things with you. It might be a really great experience for everybody. So I always recommend doing these type of experiences at the beginning of your vacation because they can share a lot of experiences with you and a lot of recommendations and things. The best thing to do is do it at the beginning because then you can incorporate any of those recommendations for the rest of your trip. I did one of these in Tokyo, and unfortunately, I did it at the end of my trip. And then by that time, it was too late for me to add in all of the great recommendations that they had for me. I wish I had done it at the beginning so that I could have added those things in throughout my trip. So that's my greatest recommendation. Always, no matter what destination you go to, come to Airbnb experiences and then book something, even if it's just one thing, at the very beginning of your trip. And then that way you can learn some new things and incorporate it through the remainder of your vacation. All right, my next favorite place to look, and this one is actually pretty new. They have an app, and they're similar to your Airbnb experiences, but it's particularly with eating and dining. They aren't everywhere yet, but they are growing in more and more places. And so this is one of my up and coming favorite places to look. This is where you can actually purchase experiences that are food based. So, for instance, here in Chicago, you can learn how to make Mexican mole and have lunch with this person. In here, you can, in LA, you can have an African vegan dinner party in Playa del Rey. You're meeting new people. A lot of times it's small groups such as this here. You can meet new people, experience new cuisine. You can learn how to cook sometimes, experience gourmet meals. It's just, there's so many amazing things that can come from an experience such as this. Now, they're not that expensive. I guess you could look through to see where you're going and what might be available. There's all different types. It could be going to somebody's home and sharing a meal with them, or it could be like this in Houston where it's an entire food tour, or here in Van Nuys where it's al fresco dining and with a wine pairing. There are so many cool things that Eat With has to offer. And like I said, it's a brand new platform and has so much to offer. I can't wait to see it expand and offer more and more destinations. And then my final tip for finding things that nobody else knows about is your typical Google, but do not just search things to do for X destination. What I want you to do is specifically choose activities that you love. So say, for instance, it's activities that you love in wherever you're going. So for instance, if I wanted to go scuba in, let's say, Catalina Island again, I would want to look for the specific activity I'm interested in doing. If I'm interested in, I love to go to theater, theater shows in, let's say, Venice, for instance. Go to the activities that specifically speak to you. Whatever your favorite activities are, if it's active, if you enjoy flying, hiking, scuba, mountain climbing, whatever it is, look for that specifically. If you enjoy shopping, if you enjoy theater, if you enjoy whatever it is that you love to do, search for that specific activity plus your destination. And that way you're going to find, even if the plays in Venice aren't on the top 20 list that you see everywhere else, you'll be able to find all of the available options for that specific activity in your destination. It is really the best way is if you get ultra specific with what you're interested in, you will definitely find some amazing options in your destination. So those are my top 4 tips for finding unique things to do and hidden gems on your next vacation. I will link all of the websites I talked about below, so if you'd like to go check those out. And if you are planning a vacation this year, these videos will help you out. And I want to thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.